As many of you know, I'm the founder of a startup company backed by a full panel of investors and unique designs. Sounds pretty intimidating, right? Well, I didn't get here by accident. I got here on purpose. After watching a trending video on a billionaire's morning routine, I realized that my morning habits were almost identical to one of a billionaire's. Do you think that that's a coincidence? I don't. You can roll your eyes and tell yourself that habits and routines are dumb. I know I used to, but the truth is, creating positive momentum from the second your feet hit the floor in the morning is the secret to designing a life that is true to yourself and that will most importantly make you happy. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what we're all trying to be? Happy? The first thing a billionaire does in the morning is recall their dreams. When you're dreaming, you're actually processing problems that you've encountered in your life through your subconscious mind. Some of these problems you may be very aware of, others you may not even know that it was bothering you. Next, a billionaire always makes their bed. This is known as a success habit. Overrated? Probably. I know many successful women such as YouTuber Erin May Henry, who runs a 7-figure online business and intentionally does not make her bed every morning to break through the social noise. As you guys know, I make my bed every single day in all of my weekly vlogs. Whether this is a success habit is determined by you. The next thing a billionaire does in the morning is drink a glass of water. The reason being quite obvious. We become dehydrated in the night, and it's important to provide your body with adequate water so it can function properly. Next, they take probiotics. Do you think taking probiotics in the morning is a success habit? Personally, I don't do this. I believe that your gut biome is already set up in a way to function properly, but I do think that there is value in taking a probiotic if it's right for you. Next, a billionaire spends time in the morning focusing on their breathing. They also spend around 20 minutes participating in early morning meditation. The goal is to clear your mind for the day and create space in your mind for the tasks and goals that you're about to accomplish. I pair the breathing exercises that a billionaire does with the meditation and listen to a Spotify Lofi beat playlist. I actually found this to be incredibly boring and only lasted 5 minutes before moving on to something else. The music was nice to listen to though. Next, a billionaire will move their body for 1 to 2 minutes. This is not intended to be exercise, but rather a way to get your heart rate up and the blood pumping. I do see value in this, but just know you're not going to get shredded abs just doing crunches for 2 minutes a day. This isn't the intention of this morning habit. I personally love combining deep breathing with an early morning walk to get my heart rate up and a self-help podcast. I'm all about multitasking, even though that's controversial, and this is how I like to get my heart rate up before doing a full-fledged workout in the morning. Next, a billionaire will take a cold shower. This is supposed to help reset your nervous system, similar to how when you get an injury and you ice it to reduce swelling. Personally, I thought this was the dumbest thing ever. Showers are my time in the morning to be creative, and I found the cold shower to be rather unpleasant and put me in a bad mood. Ask me again in 5 years, maybe I'll change my mind. Next, a billionaire will do their regular routine, aka brushing their teeth, doing their makeup if they so please, getting dressed, you know the whole ordeal. Next, it's time for some morning journaling and tea time. There are studies that show that handwriting is better than typing because there is a connection between your hands and your brain. I do find journaling to be quite therapeutic. If you have been wanting to get into journaling but you're not really sure how, check out my morning pages routine video that I'll link above. Lastly, a billionaire will write out a to-do list. On this list, there will be a few requirements. First, 3 things they want to accomplish for work and 3 things for their personal goals. Under this to-do list, there will be a to-feel and a to-be list. The idea is that if you manage to accomplish these tasks, that's how you can confidently measure whether it has been a great day. You don't get somewhere by accident, you get somewhere by design. The video mentions a really interesting analogy comparing a thermometer to a thermostat. A thermometer reacts to everything in its environment because it's measuring the temperature around it. A thermostat is designed to set the temperature itself in advance. Are you going to set goals, or are you going to let life happen to you? Are you a thermometer or are you a thermostat? The choice is yours. Write down whatever it is that you want to be more like. It's not intended to make you feel bad, but rather set inspirations to grow into that next version of your future self. A billionaire also makes time to read and drink a brain smoothie, as they call it. Essentially, it's a smoothie packed full of leafy green vegetables and fruits. I personally also love when it comes to reading Jen Sincero. She's definitely an author that I would recommend if you're trying to get into self-help books. It's mentioned that a billionaire doesn't always get through all of these habits every single morning, but this is just the foundation for their success. Why is it that so many of these billionaire morning routines are thrown at us on a daily basis? I was very intrigued by this because as a founder of a startup company, I noticed that my habits were very similar to the habits that billionaires were implementing into their life. But the question is, why is nobody talking about the why they're doing these habits? Everyone's telling you on YouTube to have a morning routine, to make sure you're journaling and being productive and moving your body first thing in in the morning and eating really healthy foods, but nobody's really telling you the why. So I kind of wanted to break it down for you. As you guys know, I've talked about how I was in a really toxic relationship a couple years ago, and that I was just in a really bad place in my life, and I never had any habits implemented into my life. And the second that I started implementing these positive billionaire habits, as you call it, I did notice that my life changed. And I love talking about this kind of stuff. So if you guys enjoy this kind of content, please comment down below and let me know, because this is something sorry, there is literally a frog that lives in my pond, and sometimes he's very rude. Also, next week I promise to get back into my weekly vlogs. I just kind of wanted to change it up a little bit this week because I did notice that you guys were really resonating with the content where I was just kind of motivating you to be your best self. I totally see the value in implementing these types of routines into your life. I think that you need to make it work for you. I don't think that you need to take cold showers and drink leafy green smoothies. All he's saying is that he is putting healthy foods into his body. You do not have to drink a super healthy, loaded fat, leafy green smoothie to be a healthy, productive, billionaire mindset person, okay? That is completely unnecessary. I preach about this in all my videos too. I honestly just feel better when I eat whole foods. The first thing he says that he does in the morning is recall your dreams. I do see the value in recalling your dreams, but the reason why I think that they want you to do that is because we need to be really cognizant of our feelings, because if we're not addressing our feelings, then we're not dealing with our feelings. And if we're not dealing with our feelings, we're never going to overcome them. Therefore, they're going to be a barrier for us to move forward in our lives. Dreams are basically fears and desires. The next thing that he said to do was make your bed. I do see value in making your bed. I don't know what it is about making your bed, but one, it makes me feel clean. It makes me feel accomplished because I've already ticked one thing off my to-do list that day. I think making your bed is valuable, and I do see why billionaires are doing this. The next thing they said to do is to drink water. I always drink a big glass of water. Even if it's just a cup, even if it's just half a cup, drink a little bit of water before you put anything else into your body. They also say to take probiotics. Honestly, I think that this is not necessary. I do think that there's value in taking probiotics, but if you don't have the money to take probiotics, I do not think that it is necessary. The next thing they say to do is to focus on your breathing, and then they want you to go outside or go somewhere quiet and meditate for 20 minutes. I tried this, as you guys know, and I just didn't like it, okay? I'm not a meditation kind of person. I do see the value in kind of being present with your thoughts. I'm literally sweating so bad right now. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I thought 20 minutes was really excessive. I do not have time to meditate 20 minutes a day. Maybe 20 minutes an entire week, absolutely, but 20 minutes a day for me is just not feasible. So I decided to just come outside and I just put on some lo-fi Spotify beats and I listened to that for 5 minutes and I combined that with deep breathing. And I think that that is really valuable, but I do not think that you need to meditate for 20 minutes a day to be successful. There goes another plane. I'm so sorry. So the next thing they said to do was to move your body for 1 to 2 minutes. Essentially, the reason why they want you to do this is basically to get your heartbeat up, wake you up a little bit, and get you ready and excited for the day. If you have time to get a full workout in, I definitely recommend doing that. It just makes me feel happier and peppier, as I've talked about. It's why I work out in the morning, and it makes me feel accomplished on top of making my bed. But if you don't have time to work out, I totally see the value of going on a quick walk, doing some crunches. If you're just looking to get your blood pumping, I would just go on a walk or just maybe do some jumping jacks, just something to get your heart rate up so you get awake. I don't think that this is absolutely necessary. I would personally rather just get my workout in and get it done. But if you don't have time for a workout, I do think it's super important just to kind of get your blood pumping, get your brain working, and get ready for the day. Okay, so the next thing they want you to do is to take a cold shower. I'm sorry, but I think this is so dumb. I tried taking a cold shower. I don't know, maybe I'm small-minded, but honestly, I had it cold for about 2 seconds and I was like, this is so stupid. I do not think that taking a cold shower is going to have an impact on whether you're successful or not. Okay, the next thing that he does is get his normal routine ready, blah, 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 shaving, brushing your teeth, doing your hair, doing your makeup. There's a bug. Whatever that is for you, okay? And then he says that he makes a tea and he journals. I 100% see value in journaling. I'm not personally going to do it every single day. I just found that journaling every single day was really tedious, but I would like to someday pursue the whole 5-minute journal thing. I think that is very intriguing, but the type of journaling that I was doing every single day, I just didn't feel like it was benefiting me. And honestly, it felt like it was a waste of time just to write down whatever it is that I was thinking every single day. Every single week or every other week, 100% valuable, but every single day, I don't think so. All right, next thing. He says that he wants you to write out to-do lists. I 100% see the value in to-do list. I am not going to continue a to-do list the way that he said that he does it every single day with breaking these things down. I actually write my to-do list the night before. Just have everything that I need to do on a piece of paper, and it honestly makes me feel more calmer knowing that I have it down on a piece of paper so I don't forget it. The last thing that he says that he does is he reads. I love reading, especially self-help books. I don't honestly do it as much as I used to, but I've honestly been loving listening to podcasts. Podcasts are free. There's so much valuable information on there. There are personal stories from real people, and I love them. So if you don't have money for books right now, or if you don't have a library membership, listen to podcasts. The whole point of them telling you to do this is really just to constantly improve yourself and improve your mindset. And by allowing other people's stories and other people's experiences and other people's lessons that they've learned in their life into yours, it'll save you so much time from having to learn those lessons yourself. And that is how I've attracted everything in my life that I've attracted, from my startup company to my boyfriend to everything else. I don't think you have to do it every single day, but I do recommend implementing some type of these habits into your life as often as you can. I think really you could pick a few of these habits and start implementing these into your routine, and just start small. You can add things later, but you don't have to do all these things. I really think it's just about implementing whatever it is that you could fit into your life as often as you can. With that being said, I'm going to end the video right here. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I'll be back next week with another weekly vlog. If you did enjoy this, please don't forget to give it a giant thumbs up. It really does help support my channel. Subscribe and tick that notification bell because I upload new videos every Sunday at 3 p.m. And as you guys saw, I did talk about the fact that I was going to do a rebrand. I did do the rebrand. It is just my middle name instead of my last name anymore. I hope that you guys like it. I hope that you weren't freaked out by the different name. If you're still here, thank you again for subscribing. I love hanging out with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye! Oh yeah, P.S. I totally forgot to mention, for those of you that keep up with my weekly vlogs, I got my car back yesterday. It was only $195 to fix it, which I mean, like, isn't great, but I was expecting it to be like $500, so I'm a happy girl. It ended up working out, and this is why you want to keep a positive mindset and an attitude of gratitude all the time, because it'll just make your life and the things that life throws at you a lot easier.